Hello and welcome to a Paulbooma Ichimoku analysis of the US to yen. This is a monthly chart and I've just gone into looking over the past decade of the US to yen. I've noticed that from 2004 it had a nice strong rally, wasn't able to break the cloud. Now it had a high back in mid 2007. This brown line was almost clear. The red line was almost clear, it was ready to go again, but then it dropped, and it dropped suddenly, came back down, tested support back in 208, start of 208, and then the big drop. Now that had formed its first low back in January of 208. It then had a brief rally up into the mid-year of 208, and then next big decline, coming down and having a low around the 85 mark, and then it's rallied from December. Now if we correspond that to the stock market where you had your original low, but this had a new low at the turn of the year when there was that extra dip down but not forming new lows. Then in January, and it rallied. Now we had a new low on the stock markets in this period, but the yen, US to yen, was rallying. Now we've been dropping and now we've rallied back up again so that we're equal with the flat line at the 98 yen mark. I've highlighted this flat blue line at 105. I feel the price is going to come back through and rally up and come up and greet 105 in around this range here. It has been in bear trending. It looks like the flat blue line is attracting it. I'm going to come in now to a weekly chart because the weekly is the one that's been of interest recently, and I'll just move it so that I can show a little bit closer to the action of late. We had the low down in the 85 sort of range, just putting on crosshairs. 87 was the low, where it then rallied through the first half of this year. Now it was held at the cloud, came down, used the red as support briefly, went back to the cloud, it dropped back down to this flat blue line. As I said, flat blue lines attract the price, so do flat green lines, and that's exactly where we've been sitting. Now where the yen rallied to 101, we've then had this decline, and we've declined. Now we've hit this line at 94.1. It did go past it a little bit. I tried to find exactly what it went and touched. It's as good enough that it's hit this line. Now it tested it 3 times. That is why there's been some confusion in the market as to whether we're still climbing, what's going on. Now last night it formed beautiful climb up into the cloud again and is now in the cloud. It's important that it's in the cloud. This opens up a rally area where we can come now back up to the 100, even up to the 101 mark, but it's still got to form the basis of an exit. Now I'm saying that if it can exit and rally, we're going to be going back into a sustained bull market. If it fails at this and it comes back down here, then we're going into a bear market. I'll come in a little bit closer, though that was the main highlight that I wanted to show. Now if we're going to make it into that cloud and attempt a breakout rally, then we need to be coming out of this cloud here. Now at this point price has got above the cloud, but the red line and the blue line are still under the cloud. There's a nice gap here for them to come through, though the Mavs don't have any problems crossing the cloud. It is only the price that interacts with it. We still have now strong support at 96.8, though we've just rallied to 98.5, and I can see that the price could easily come back down into this region of 97 and start forming the basis for a breakout, which would then be the break-in of the weekly cloud. This is my analysis of the US to yen. I feel that all of this recent drop has been in satisfying the weekly chart, where it has bounced off the blue line and has began the rally again. I feel that we will be trying to take out this 101 high, and that we'll go into a sustained rally situation. If we move into a 1 hour chart, we see that we have now had a nice breakout of the hourly chart, nice and clean. It's come back, it's been using this blue line as its support, and bang, it went up again, and now just touched that weekly cloud, and now it's just dropping back down again. I'll be looking for further strength within this, but potential for a retrace using the support on that previous chart is always a challenge.